Welcome to your super special OCG Thursday with me, the Greenmeister. So today we're going to be looking at, well, OCG things. And the first one up here is your standard. We're going to play Red Eyes Fusion in our deck. We're going to make the Anaconda don't. And then we're going to, kind of climb up some link ladders and kind of just end on a board. And I think the OCG does this obviously better than most formats. So, and basically, we have the Djinn lock built into the... Who beats a Djinn backed up with, Dragoon of the Red? I don't think a lot of decks actually get the chance to beat that. So, we have the mighty master of attack and defense, aka the Dank Magician. We have one copy of a ferocious dragon with a deadly attack. One copy of Destrudo, the Fairy Tale Snow. Man, someday maybe the TCG can have this card. We have one Armageddon Knight, one Djinn Releaser of Rituals, two Tour Guide, triple copies of Sangan to search for our friend, two copies of Arborea, triple copies of Wielder to get the two monsters on the field, two Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, two copies of the Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion, triple copies of I Like to Draw Some Cards, one Plague Spreader, one Effect Veiler, and one copy of Colossus. Ironically, doing the whole Colossus thing basically is just to ensure that you get another negation on your opponent. Because 2,300 is a big number for decks to have to climb over. Your standard Yu-Gi-Oh deck has a problem when not being able to get to 2,300 without accessing their extra deck. Now, Mech Knights can climb this bad boy. Cannot special summon. Yeah, never mind. Mech Knights aren't getting that. 2,300 is huge. We have triple copies of Instant Fusion. We have one copy of Red Ice Fusion, one Reinforcement Army, one Foolish Barrel, one Monster Reborn, one Necros Cycle, triple copies of Called by the Grave, triple Crossout Designator, and the one single Infinite Impermanence. That way we can cross out Designator our opponent if they try to start trying to do things here. I think that someday, when we get this card will change the tide of the game. I could very much see this being a secret rare, or maybe the next prize card. Oh, that'd be a sad day. Down here in the extra deck, we have one copy of Almirage, one copy of Link Ross. Link Ross being one of those cute cards that spam fills the entire field for you, and your opponent just looks at you and goes, oh, that's really good. Then we have one Link Spider, one copy of the Anaconda, one Cherubini, because dropping out Mr. Fiend here is really good. One Needle Fiber, one Unicorn, one copy of the Access Code Talker. We have one Martial Metal Marcher, one Herald of the Arclight, one Shooting Riser Dragon. We have one Thousand Eyes Restrict, one Theseus, one Starving Venom, and the one copy of the Dragoon of the Red. So deck here we have two copies of Nibiru, one copy of Santa Claus, triple copies of Lancia, one copy of Harpy's Feather, or Duster, two Dark Roller No More, two Super Poly, one Vanity's Emptiness, and triple copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance wrapping up this list. This is basically the whole original concept of good shit deck, where you splash in your negate, your engine for your opponent not to play the game, and then you kind of spicing it up with a whole bunch of consistency buffers, things to deny your opponent the chance to play the game. And it makes me really glad that we do not have to deal with the Djinninator here, because this card is absolute BS in the game. Like, mark my words, this card is a problem. Alright, next up, we have Resonators. Ooh, I'm actually talking about Resonators right now. So, we're going to just dig on into this because I think that this is really cool. So we have one copy of Armageddon Knight for dumping, two copies of Ash Blossom, one Zephyros for bouncing back, one copy of the Creation Resonator that'll beam itself out while you have the level 8, and then we get this guy. So, to control the monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. If the only other monster you control is exactly one Dark Dragon Synchro monster, you can special summon up to two Resonator monsters from your hand and or deck, except for Crimson Resonator. And you can only use this effect once per turn. So you can have special summon monsters from the extra deck for the turn you activate this, except for Dark Dragon Synchro monsters. Now That's really good, especially with the Master Rule revision right around the corner. We have 2 Effect Veiler, triple copies of Fairy Tale Luna, triple Max C, 1 Necroface. It's actually pretty spicy. 2 copies of Red Resonator, 1 copy of the Red Sprinter, 2 copies of Synchron Resonator, 2 copies of the Wandering King Wild Wind, triple copies of Called by the Grave. Then we have 1 Command Resonator. So you can discard 1 Resonator monster to add 1 level 4 or lower Fiend monster. Protect your hand. So if you control Fiend-type tuner with 15 or less tag, you can swash some of this card from your hand. If you attempt this, you can not swash some of monsters for the rest of this turn except for Synchro monsters. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, banish this card from your graveyard to add 1 Fiend-type tuner with 15 or less tag. Protect your hand. So we just tutor for that, which gets us more of our guys. That's actually really good. We have 2 copies of Crossout Designator, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Monster Reborn, triple Extrav, triple Resonator Call, and 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence, wrapping up the main deck here. Actually, we have 1 Needle Fiber, 1 Borreload, 1 Scarlight, and then we have this new guy. So this is the supercharged dragon that makes this whole deck possible. So it's 3 tuners plus 1 non-tuner Synchro monster. Must be first Synchro summoned. Gains 500 attack for each tuner in your graveyard. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent's monster activates an effect, or when an opponent's monster declares an attack, quick effect, you can banish this card and all cards your opponent controls. And then during your next end phase, after this card was banished by its own effect, it returns back to the field. Enjoy your supercharged fat dragon that just interrupts your opponent. Like, I love this card. We have triple copies of Red Rising Dragon, 2 copies of the Archfiend Bane, triple copies of Archfiend Abyss, and 1 copy of BLs. So out of place. Side deck here we have 2 Artifact Lancia, 2 Pankratops, 1 Ghost Ogre, 2 copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Imperial Order, and 2 copies of Red Reboot. Wrapping up this Resonator Synchro deck? I don't know. Under the next Master Rule, I think that stuff like this will be really spicy. I'm actually very much looking forward to getting to mess around with a concept like this in the future. We'll have to wait and see, though, how successful a deck like this will actually be in the future, or if it's just a little hope in the back of the room. And then the last deck we have here today is Zoodiac. Now, the OCG has to struggle a lot harder with this deck because, well, they only have 1 Barrage. We actually have more of a Zoo engine than they actually do, which is pretty cool, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Also, they just got this thing, the F-Zero Utopic Future Dragon. So it's 3 Exceed monsters with the same rank except for number monsters. Okay. You can also exceed some of this card by using an F-Zero Future you control as material. Cannot be destroyed by battle card effects, and once per turn when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach 1 material, then get that activation. If your opponent controls that monster, take control of it. So I get to negate. I'm 3,000. I can take control of it. And the only thing I got to do is just poop out 2 monsters with the same Xyz rank that aren't numbers to make it. All day long. Free real estate. Down here in the extra deck, we have 2 copies of Gamma Seal, 1 Pankratops, triple copies of Throwblade, triple copies of Whiptail, 1 copy of the Ram, 1 Rapier, 2 copies of Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Ogre, triple copies of Max C, and 1 copy of the Effect Veiler. Then we have 1 Feather Duster, triple copies of Pot of Desires, 1 Avarice, 1 Barrage, and triple copies of Tenki. Then we have triple copies of Infinite Permanence, 2 Zoodiac Combo, 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, triple copies of Solemn Judgment, and 2 copies of Solemn Warning. The extra deck here, we have 1 Gravity Controller, 1 Asa, 1 Utopic Future, 1 Utopic Future Dragon, 2 Borbo, 1 Trident, triple copies of Chakanine, 2 Hammerbong, 2 copies of Tiger Mortar, and 1 copy of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Side deck here, we have 1 Pankratops, 1 Earth Golem Ignister, 2 Lightning Storm, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, 2 Super Poly, 2 Typhoon, 2 Dimensional Barrier, and 2 copies of the Anti-Spell Fragrance. Wrapping up your MCOL 40 certified OCG Thursday. So what do you guys think about these decks? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about them. And, well, guys, I'll catch you on the next OCG Thursday. Peace out, guys. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.